now. So, hi guys, this is Akhila from Gradvine. So today I just wanted to, come here, clear all of your doubts, if any, regarding Fall 24, Spring 24 applications and anything about study abroad in general. Feel free to put your questions in the chat box and yeah, let's get started. We'll wait for 2 to 3 minutes until everyone joins and then we can start off. So I think we have a first question. Can you suggest a master's degree after a bachelor's in architecture, which has good ROI? So yeah, that completely depends on what your interests are and what you want to do. If you want to remain in the same architectural field, then you can look at MR, that is Masters in Architecture. Or if you want to transition your career into like a managerial degree, but still stay, but still have that architectural touch, then you can look at Masters in Construction Management. For masters in architecture, you can look at UCLA, you can look at Columbia's program, then you can also look at Pratt School of Design. I think these are like very, very good programs for architecture. And for construction management, again, you can look at Georgia Tech, you can look at Columbia, you can look at Purdue, you can look at Texas A&M, Virginia Tech. All of these have great programs. But again, like I said, it completely depends on what your interests are, and your profile also. So if you want like a detailed analysis of that, please feel free to schedule a free call with us. We'll definitely we helped a lot of people get into masters in architecture and masters in construction management in the past years into like top 5 schools. So I think we'll be definitely of good help here. We um we have a question from Jack. Hi, I'm a reapplicant this year applying to Duke, MEM, and Dartmouth. Anything that you may suggest? Was rejected after interview of Duke and waitlist Dartmouth. Increasing profile this year. Like any special thing, reevaluation essay or something like that. Hi Jack. So if you're reapplying this year, I'm sure there might be some kind of upgrades to your profile because it's almost been a year. So I would definitely recommend writing a new SOP. And again, Duke has 3 different essays, so write them again and submit. Again, waitlist for Dartmouth. Waitlist for Dartmouth, I understand. Usually, the waitlist for if you're waitlisted on Dartmouth, the conversion rate is very, very low. But again, definitely give it a try. Again, yeah. Udbhav Goel, is it possible to apply to top 5 MEM programs with GMAT? And if not, then should I apply without GRE? Sorry, Udbhav, MEM programs do not take GMAT, they accept only GRE. Most of the MEM programs, anyways, have waived off GRE. So if you do not have the bandwidth to take up GRE again, so you can definitely, you can definitely take you can definitely apply without GRE score. I think Dartmouth, Duke, Cornell, Columbia, except for Purdue and Environment, and almost all of the MEM universities have waived off GRE. So yes, you can definitely apply. How is Purdue MEM in terms of want to take less loan? Already PM experience here in India. So I am hoping you're asking me about the cost fees of the program. So again, Purdue MEM is great in terms of what it offers and for what you pay. It's a public university, so it's very cheap when you compare it with other universities like Columbia, Duke, Johns Hopkins. The entire tuition fee is going to cost you somewhere around 35-40 lakhs. Although the Purdue's MEM program is like more industrial oriented, if you industrial and systems engineering oriented, I would say. But if you take like proper if you balance your mandatory courses in a way that it satisfies all the criterion, then you'll have more electives to take on. That is, if you want to transition into PM roles or analytic roles, you can take up electives related to that. And I've seen a lot of people from Purdue get into get as a work as a business analyst at Amazon also. So yes, it's a very good program. What's the lowest GRE people what is the lowest GRE people have got into Purdue MEM this year? I think the lowest we saw was around 305. mm. GRE of 317 and GPA of 3.7, BTech CSE, 1 year experience as an SDA. Would it be considered a good profile for MEM? Definitely, it's a good profile. Definitely, it's a good profile. You can definitely try applying for top 5 MEM programs. I'm sure you'll get into any of the top 10 programs. Any special essay, or should I state it SOP? Can I use the same recommenders this year as of last year's, as I will be make it till interview? Again, no special essays, right? Like if you're applying to Dartmouth has just two essays. One is the normal SOP, and then the other additional essay. And Duke has three different essays. So I'm just saying, if there's any upgrade in your profile, like in your work profile, or if you have done any projects or internships or anything, you can just add them to your essays. Don't write everything from scratch again, but just build up on the documents you already have. And yeah, definitely, again, academic LORs will work. Professional LORs, if you can upgrade, if you can just update the professional LOR, it'll be great. Ayush Doot, can you suggest some super safe schools and for 325 GRE and 9.3 by 10 CGPA, no work experience? Ayush, I would need the program you're looking at also. I can't just give out safe schools. It depends on the program you're applying to. So please tell me what program you're looking at. Atharva, new platform? Should we take the new pattern of GRE or give it before 22nd September with the current format? Again, see, this is something that I do not know if I have to tell you to ask to write the old pattern or the new pattern. But according to my understanding, it's just the time of the exam has shortened. So there is no news about, or there's no any change in the difficulty of the question. So I'm hoping that difficulty of questions would remain the same, but there would be just less number of questions. So if I'm looking at it in one way, I think it would be very advantageous, because instead of concentrating, like you can't straight concentrate for 3.5 4 hours. The way your brain works in the first section will definitely not work in the last section. So in that way, that concerns me is, for the old GRE pattern, you have a lot of mock tests. Sorry, I think I was just off. So yeah, I was just for the old GRE pattern, we have a lot of mock tests to take, so there'll be a lot of practice. For the new GRE pattern, we do not really have like a lot of mock tests. I think there are only 2 mocks available. So depending on that, you can take a decision. Like if you want many mocks, if you want like more practice, then take the old version. But if you're like, okay, I'll just take this 2 mocks, but I want like a shortened duration, then take the new one. Jack, is it possible to get 315 GRE in 1 month prep? Again, that completely depends on how prepared you are. So, if you have already prepared for GMAT, then yes, definitely 1 month prep for GRE would be enough. But if you're starting from scratch, I'm afraid not. Um, so, will there be any waiving of GRE for fall 2024? Again, universities are not waiving of GRE again right after COVID. I understand during COVID universities have waived off GRE, but after COVID, like at least from fall 22, universities are not waiving of GRE. They're having GRE as optional. So again, GRE waiving off an option has a big difference. Okay, waived off is something that it will never be considered. Like any applicant submitting the GRE score, also the GRE score will not be considered while evaluating the profile. But when it is optional, they do consider the GRE score. So if your co-applicant with almost the same profile is submitting the GRE score, they will be given more importance. Their profile will be given a lot more weightage than yours. So I would definitely recommend giving GRE. Anything above 305, 310 also will do. 310, 305 is better than having a no GRE score. So yeah, but otherwise, I think waiving off, I'm not sure, but most of the universities have it optional, so it should not be a problem. Anything special you saw this year for the people who got into Purdue MEM and UWash MSIM? Again, I think it's more standard. Purdue gives out mostly admits to people with like 1 or 2 years of work experience. UWash MSIM, a lot of people this year made it to UWash MSIM like with a very decent profile, say 8.5 CGPA, about 315 on GRE, and 1 or 2 years of decent work experience. People made it to UWash MSIM this year. I mean fall 23. NIT Triply 9.4 CGPA, 319 GRE, 3 years work experience as analyst at Big Four. MIS suggestions, please. Hi Prakash. So you can look at universities like you can look at CMU's MISM program. Then you can look at UC Berkeley's MISM. It would be highly ambitious, but you can definitely give it a try. Then of course you watch MSIM. Then you can also look at University of Maryland, College Park, and University of Arizona as well. Any good universities for MEM without GRE? Like I mentioned, except for Purdue and NYU, almost all of the top 10, top 15 MEM universities don't require GRE, so you can go ahead and apply to any of these. If you want like a detailed shortlist, please schedule a free call with us. Our mentor would be able to help you with that. Should I state that I'm applying again to Duke and Dartmouth or not starting anywhere? It doesn't matter because they'll have your information on board anyway, so you don't have to mention it on your application saying I'm reapplying. Just do the regular application. MS and CS, MS and DS, Ayush. So I actually missed out. Don't remember the first. Okay. Super safe schools for 325 GRE and 9.310 CGPA, no work experience for CS and DS. So probably you can, for CS, you can look at Arizona State University, Northeastern University, then UT Dallas, then University of Illinois, Chicago. The same with data science, look at Northeastern, look at say San Francisco State University, it's going to be super safe. Then Arizona State University, University of Michigan Dearborn, you can look at these universities. Chances of scholarship for MEM directly from the university or different Indian institutions. Honestly speaking, MEM is a techno managerial degree, so there are not like a lot of scholarships that the university itself offers, except for Cornell, which has a Knight Hennessy scholarship, and then UIUC has a Guy scholarship, which very rarely offers scholarship, and then NYU Tandon offers scholarship. So just for Cornell, you're supposed to write a scholarship essay, but for UIUC also has a scholarship essay, but for NYU Tandon, you don't have to do anything. You just have to submit the application, and depending on your profile, they tend to give out admins. But no major scholarships you get. You hardly get like $5,000, $6,000 per semester. So yeah, very low chance of getting a scholarship for MEM directly from the university. And different Indian institutions, it's also very difficult. Like a lot of Indian institutions do give out scholarships, but they're like highly competitive. You can check with your state government if you qualify for your state government, scholarship. Then I think that would be like a very decent chance of getting one. What do you think about MEM from University of Arizona and Syracuse? University of Arizona, I would recommend the MIS program instead of MEM, and Syracuse MEM, it would be like a very safe school for someone with like a 7.5 CGPA. What's the lowest GRE that people who got in this year for UWash MIS and a 310? Hey, I got into SU for MIS this year with a 15% scholarship due to some issues, couldn't make it. I'm from a finance background. Should I apply to Fall 24 with some ambitious colleges or go for Spring 24? See, again, for MIS, there are not a lot of spring options. I would definitely recommend going for fall because you will have like a lot of options to apply for. And spring, almost, I think the main priority deadlines are also done, which were like August 15th mostly. So I would highly recommend going for fall if you can wait. But if you can't, probably we'll have to work around spring. I've already done MTech in India. Will that be a problem for applying for an MEM? Absolutely not. You can definitely go ahead and apply for MEM in MEM abroad. People doing an MBA in India already have an MBA in India are also applying for MEM, so it should not be a problem. Is there any advantage to applying early before December, and if so, what is the reason? So again, applying early is always advantageous, right? But again, it depends on the university you're applying to. If the university has a rolling basis deadline, the earlier you apply, the more the more good it makes, the more good it is for your profile. So if you apply early, your chance of getting in will highly increase. But if it does not have a rolling deadline, then they wait until the first round deadlines. So if it's a rolling deadline, please apply as soon as possible. But if it is not a rolling deadline and if they have round wise deadlines, apply in the first round because your chances of getting in will be increased, like I would say by 20-30%. So yeah. To what extent does GRE score matter? I got 313. Will that be applying for MSCS thesis? Yes, profile 16 usage results. I think 313 is a decent score. If you're willing to retake, then you can retake and try to get like a 320 plus. But if not, also 313 is a decent score to apply for. Don't worry about it. Atharva, I have been working professional since last 1.5 years. Will it hamper my chances if I resign now and focus on my application only? No, it does not hamper any of your chances. But then again, think about because you're working for the last 1.5 years, I would definitely recommend having a professional LOR. So if you resign or if your company will be willing to give you an letter of recommendation and all of that, sure, please go ahead. It should not be a problem. It will not be a problem during your visa also. Don't worry about it. If I graduated in 2023 and I have a gap year, will I be at a disadvantage while applying for MEM Fall 24 at Duke, Purdue, USC, Amherst, etc.? So I'm assuming if you graduated in 2023 means you graduated in probably June, July this year, and the deadlines are only in the month of November, December. So no, it should not be a problem. Just start your applications and apply. It's not even like a gap year, so please go ahead and apply. What is the compensation that Gradvine mentors get? Again, I don't think that is something I would want to answer here on live. But again, if you are trying, you already have an admit in hand and you would want to mentor with Gradvine, please sign up on the website as a mentor. My team will get in touch with you. Some of my friends are taking TOEFL home is not accepting by some of the universities. Is it true? If yes, mention some. See, again, that completely depends on the university. For example, Arizona State University is not accepting anything home based. It's not accepting any GRE home based or TOEFL home based. So it depends from university to university. So you can finalize the universities first before taking your TOEFL. Check if these universities have any restrictions over home based TOEFL. If not, you can go ahead and give. But if any of the universities are having uh, um, if they're not accepting TOEFL based, please go ahead and give it in the test center. All depends. Everything depends on the universities you finalize. What was the overall profile for the person who got into Purdue MEM with 305? Can you share the person's other aspects? Hi Jack, I don't think I can get like very specific because I actually don't remember. But if you want more details about the profiles that we help people get in and all, you can always schedule a free call with us. My team will get in touch with you and will help you with the rest of the details. Gaurav Srivastava. Most of the people recommended to apply early. Yeah. How early should we apply? As soon as the application is open in September, or should we apply in October for MSCS? Gaurav, like I mentioned already, right? Universities have different types of deadlines. If the deadlines are rolling basis, please apply as soon as the application opens up, because that is when your will be high. But if they have like a round wise, like a like not rolling based deadlines, but round wise deadlines, or an early decision deadline, or a final deadline, something, if you apply like 15 days early or on the day of the deadline also, it's still going to be more or less the same. But for MS and CS, I would say complete all of your applications by mid November. It should be like a decent application completion date, because most of the top universities have for CS have deadlines as December 1st or December 15th. For product management, Duke MEM versus UI which one, white one, 2 year experience in India? Um, I actually did not understand your question, Jack. Can you please rephrase it for me? If I haven't started anything, how should I keep my rough timeline to the application date? Okay, if you haven't started anything, assuming that you did not even give your GRE or your English proficiency test, I would say start right away and figure out the program you would want to apply to, and by end of August, have a solid list of I would say around 10 to 12 universities that you wish to apply to. Simultaneously, start preparing for your GRE. By end of August, which is like almost 10 days from now, if you have the university list ready, please start working on your essays from the month of September, and probably September end, you can give your first attempt of your GRE and your English proficiency exams. If everything goes well, great. But if you want to like give a second attempt, October second week or October last week max would be like a good time for you to give you the second attempt. And again, meanwhile, you'll have to continue working on your essays. By November 15th, if you can submit the applications, your chance of getting in would be high. What is the minimum GRE for universities of Arizona MIS? So there's no minimum maximum GRE, okay? It depends on the overall profile. People with like 305, 310 also get accepted. People with 325, 330 also get rejected. So it's nothing like a minimum GRE score that is required. It completely depends upon the overall profile. What is the best country for doing masters in engineering management? I've done my graduation in mechanical engineering. I have PTE exam. Best country for doing engineering management, hands down, would be US, because there's no other country that has a very very good engineering management program or good jobs after that. So yeah, I would say US. Can I get into Duke, Dartmouth, NCSU with a 3.9 GRE and a GRE of 313, or do I submit? Or do I not submit my GRE scores as my GPA is very high, GRE score is average? I think you have very, very good chances of getting into Duke or NCSU. That might also definitely give it a try, good chances. I would definitely recommend submitting your GRE score also, because 313 is a decent one. And all of these three universities have it optional. So please go ahead and submit. It should not be a problem. Did you saw any trend for the people who applied in round two in UWash MSIM versus round one? Definitely, people with like a I wouldn't say lower profile, but a mediocre profile also got an interview call, at least when they applied in round one. But people with very very good profiles like 9 CGPA and all of them got rejects when they applied in round two and round three. So yeah, definitely apply in round one. Which could be easier, new format, TOEFL or IELTS? Again, difficulty wise, I wouldn't. I think there's no difference. TOEFL and IELTS are literally the same. I would prefer TOEFL a tad bit over IELTS if you're applying to USA and Canada, because it's very easier, right? Like TOEFL is very hassle free for you to submit scores and all of that. You just log onto the website, submit your scores, just select the universities and it's done. But IELTS has a very very huge chaotic process, so I would prefer TOEFL over IELTS. Instead of applying for safe universities in USA, should we apply for ambitious universities of Netherlands, Ireland, Europe, considering competition that is less as compared to USA? Again, it depends on the program you're looking at, Atharva. So sometimes it's better you go to safe universities in USA than go to like an ambitious school at different countries, because of the job opportunities after, right? As internationals, it is very important that we consider return on investment. AP government has a scheme of providing scholarship if we manage to get admission into the university that are listed in their website. Can we go with that strategy with Gradvine? Sure, Rohit. So again, it depends. I'm not really sure about what universities are listed on AP government's that scheme. But if those universities are really good enough, we do not have any objection for that, because at the end of the day, we want the student to get into the best of the universities they can get in according to their profile. So if very good universities are listed, and if that is what something that resonates career goals also, definitely sure. Yes, it will work. To discuss more about this, you can always schedule a free call. Best time to apply for MEM universities for fall 24 in US. I would say best time would be start right away and apply by November 15, December. Most of the universities have their first round deadlines for MEM in December 5th. No, actually Jan 15. UIOC has a November 15 deadline, and Johns Hopkins most of the times it does rolling. So I would say if you can finish your application, submitting your applications by November 15, it would be great. Which is better, UIUC MSTM versus Duke MEM if want to land roles in product management? I would recommend Duke MEM because UIUC's MSTM is curriculum is slightly analytics oriented. So for product management, Duke MEM would be a good choice. Am I late if I'm starting GRE now? One I applied round one. Universities are shortlisted. LORs are started. So I just have to write an SOP resume done with English exam. Am I late? You are not late. Like I said, you can submit your application until November end also, or December first week also. So you're not late. Try and give your GRE first attempt September 3rd week, September 4th week. If it goes well, sure. If that doesn't go well, you still have October to prepare and write. What about the MEM program for University of Melbourne? I wouldn't really suggest Australia because Australia has no tech jobs at this moment. If you're like the University of Melbourne is good, but not in terms of MEM program or not in terms of the jobs after you graduate. If I'm applying to 8 universities, how should I sort out the universities based on ambition, like how many safe, etc.? So if you're applying to 8 universities, I would say apply to 4 ambitious, 2 moderate, and 2 safe. I have 7.2 CGPA in BTech and 9.4 CGPA in MTech. Which will they consider to assess my academic skills for my admission? They take into consideration both your undergrad and your postgrad, so it should not be a problem. They will take into account all of these. BTech from Tier 3 college, EC 8.2 CGPA, looking for MSDS or MSDI. Can you suggest some universities for Spring 24 that doesn't require a GRE score? Geeta, that is like pretty, I would say a detailed question that for Spring 24, I don't know if these universities accept have Spring applications, but I think a few of the universities you can look at would be UT Dallas. You can look at Northeastern Data Science. I'm sure it has a Spring intake. Then you can look at Sunny Buffalo and Arizona State University. But if you want a detailed shortlist, please feel free to schedule a free call with us. My team would be more than happy to help you. How is Australia for MSN CS or MSN IT? I wouldn't recommend Australia for any of the programs because, like I said, there are no tech jobs available. The situation is really, really bad in Australia right now. People who are going there, are just surviving on mere jobs like working at a gas station or a grocery store. So I wouldn't really recommend Australia. I have 9.0 CGPA in BACS. Will I be getting admission in top 30 US universities for MSCS? But I neither have work experience nor research publications. Ashwin, we can definitely give it a try for top 30 because you have a good CGPA and I'm sure you would have some kind of projects as well. Please schedule a free call with us so we can talk about the strategy we can apply in order to, for you to make it to top 30 CS colleges. But yeah, it's definitely doable. What about Australia and New Zealand for MEM? For MEM, I would not recommend any other country other than US because it's not a degree that is popular in any other country other than US. If you're looking at MIM, which is not engineering management but masters in management, then you can look at Europe. You can look at UK especially. Canada is best for doing MEM. Again, no, Canada is good if you want to like go for CS related degrees, not for MEM. Yeah, I think please keep your questions coming. And I think we have a lot of MEM questions. So see, usually again, US US is the only country that has like a very good engineering management course. Again, in US also, right? You can say top 50 CS programs, top 100 CS programs, but we can't do the same thing for MEM because MEM has like only top 20, top 25 programs. So I wouldn't recommend any other country other than US for MEM. But if there are alternate programs, you can look at different countries. For mechanical, I wouldn't recommend Canada, but you can look at Germany for mechanical. Job prospects in different countries other than US after MEM. So MEM is a very is a degree that opens up a lot of doors for you, right? So it completely depends on what is that you would want to work as. Like if you like you can work as product manager, you can work as project manager, you can also work as a business analyst, and then you can also look at operations management job or get into supply chain department, and sometimes also get into finance. So it depends on what your career goals are and what is the role you would want to work as. Major difference between MEM and MIS in USA. So MEM is more like a techno managerial degree. I would say that is open for like a lot of that is literally open for all of the engineering background students. They don't need like a proper tech background. Even a person from civil, mechanical, chemical can apply to MEM and can survive in MEM and graduate. But MIS is more of a technical degree. So usually MIS is for people who are from non-tech backgrounds, have solid 2 years, 3 years of work experience, and would want to um, transition into tech industry. For example, like I said, MEM opens up a lot of doors for you as product manager, project manager, supply chain operations, all of these. But MIS also involves a lot of coding, so you can get in. So after MIS, you can work as an SDE, full stack development. You can work in full stack development roles. Then you can also work as product management. You can also get into tech consulting. So MIS also involves coding, whereas MEM does not involve like a lot of coding. Yeah. Yeah, I think I answered most of the questions until now. Yeah, please go ahead and ask if you have any other questions. Done MEM, I move India for work. Yeah, you can definitely move, but I would recommend getting like 1 or 2 years of industry experience in the US before moving to India, because that would add a lot more to your profile than you know just moving right after your degree. Great. I think I answered almost all of the questions. I will wait for another a minute or two. Please, if you have any questions, you can put them in. Else, again, please feel free to call with us. We definitely love you get into the best colleges according to your. Does Gradvine prepare for university interviews as well? Yes, we do help with the interview prep also. And for more one-on-one discussions about your profile evaluation, please schedule a free call with us. Could you please suggest good universities for MS in cybersecurity? Hi Rahul, so I wouldn't recommend doing an MS in cybersecurity because of the job options later, right? So cybersecurity is like a very confidential I would say job role, and not many companies would be willing to give you a job in the field of cybersecurity considering your visa status, and we are internationals there. Instead, go for an MSN CS and do electives in order to build your skill set related to cybersecurity. So you can definitely apply to jobs related to the field you're looking at, but if not, you will actually have other options also to look at. For more details, please schedule a free call with us. Is 307 in GRE good enough for Cornell, Duke, JHU, Purdue? So again, it, like I said, Divyam, it completely depends on your overall profile. Like, what is your what GPA you have, your work experience, your projects, your internships, the way you draft your SOPs, LORs, resumes, and all of that. So if I have to just talk about the GRE score, yes, I've seen a lot of people make it to these universities with the 307 in GRE. So yes. Is Duke considered ambitious or moderate given their cohort size is like 200 plus? See again, MEM, if it's ambitious or moderate or safe, it depends upon your profile. It does not depend upon the university. So if you're having like an 8.5 plus CGPA, a 315, 320 on GRE and good work experience, it would be like moderately ambitious. But if you're having like a 7.5 to 8 above CGPA, then it would be ambitious. So it depends on your profile. Rajni Rohit, do you have something like a referral in Gradvine? Can it benefit us and can it benefit us in any way? So we do have like a referral bonus happening. Like if you and your friends sign up, then we do some kind of referral bonus. But again, please schedule a free call with us to know more about that. Great. Any other questions? Sure. Thank you so much for joining, guys. It was great, interacting and answering a lot of your questions. But I also understand like you have a lot of questions about profile evaluation. If this is enough, what universities I should look at, and all of that. Please schedule a free call with us. We my mentors. We are ready to help you, give you a proper profile evaluation and give you a realistic picture about what universities you can target, and where does your profile stand and all of that. So please schedule a free call with us. The link has already been provided on the chat a lot of times, and I think you also have a scrolling going on about where how to schedule a free call. But again, just log on to www.gradvine.com and then you'll find a schedule your free call option. So please do that. Before I log off, I think I have two more questions. Currently, I'm studying in Italy bachelor program in data analytics, but will I be master study in USA data science? My question is how many percentage in USA apply? I did not really understand your question, but if it means that you have your bachelor program, you have done your bachelor's in Italy, but if you want to apply for masters in USA, yes, you can definitely apply. That should not be a problem. You can definitely apply to data science courses, but data science is a more research oriented program. So yeah, just if you have a couple of research papers, then you can definitely give MS in data science in the US a try. Is 310 with 7.5 CGPA ambitious for Cornell? I would say it is ambitious because Cornell is a very, very GPA centric university. Anything above 3.8.5, 8.8 would be like a very decent GPA to apply to Cornell, but you can definitely give it a try. Great. Okay, guys. Thank you so much. Please feel free to schedule a free call with us for any of your further questions. Have a great evening. Thank you.